Yo, what's the word? It's your boy Cup and the Dip coming at you guys with another one. Of course, got my boy Just a Man 04 in the building, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling today?
What's good, brother? How you doing, man? Man, it's been a good day. It's been a good week, man. But we got some. We saw like one of those sleeping giants from the last bull run kind of wake up a little bit and throw some chaos into the world a little bit, which has been pretty cool.
Definitely, man. So GME definitely doing some big things, man. GameStop doing some big things, man. Um Roaring Kitty coming out of hibernation, posting some things, man, kind of giving some things some life again. So it actually went from the stocks all the way to some of these DeFi tokens that actually ran. So it's crazy, man. Some tokens you actually thought had no future at all period actually had some really good progress, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit shocked. I was not expecting a lot of these tokens to have a future anymore at all period, to be honest. So just for it to be a situation to where the market's moving like that was nice to see, especially if you were invested in the token already and you got to reap the benefits of just riding that back up. I actually had I traded it a bit. I'll actually show you guys what I had going on at that time period. But did some in and out trades on that project as it was running. Then it just completely tanked. I actually forgot about this wallet. It was one of my auxiliary wallets. Sometimes I trade with multiple, and my auxiliary wallet got wrecked. Like when I say wrecked, I mean wrecked because I forgot about it. So I think it went from like I think I put it like an initial of like maybe in between 5 to 10 Solana or something in there like that. And when I went back to it, when I remembered it, it was like point 0.1, point 0.2 Solana. And I was
Damn.
like, ooh, okay. So I'm like, this one, I'm like, this one didn't go well. But then somebody hit me up and was like, hey, yo, check your Roaring Kitty. It went up whatever 1,000%. I'm like, what? Are you sure that the one I got? Like, so I go check it. I'm like, oh, it's back up to around like 4 or 5 sold or so. Between 3 to 5 sold. It was like fluctuating in between depending on what the market was. So it was interesting seeing something come back from that low.
Yeah, that's what I was actually in that same play, and I got tired of watching it, and so I just cut my losses way back when, and kind of wish I would have not cut my losses because, like you said, it went up however many 1,000% it went up after we got a tweet from the man Roaring Kitty, which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely interesting, man. And shout out to all of the people on X and the people that are on YouTube. I appreciate all of you guys. If you guys can hit that like button, subscribe, retweet, all of that good stuff. Definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. So before we jump in, we got a question from Justin. Any advances news? So what I am happy to say, which I'll definitely be putting out some updates in the very near future for you guys, kind of detail some different things. But what I can disclose right now before putting out the updates is things are going well as far as the discussion between me and the Carrots. I think we found a pretty solid common ground, and things seem to be progressing pretty well. So the announcement coming out will detail kind of what what happened with that, well, what's going on with that, where things will be kind of heading, such like that. So you guys will kind of get an idea from that update that I do put out. But like I said, that will be coming in the near future. It's not going to be something that's going to be a long term wait for you guys. I know you guys are curious about what's going on. A lot of people are wondering if the development team is staying on or not. Are they leaving? So there's a lot of I know there's a lot of talk about that, but the update that I will be putting out will put a lot of that at ease, and hopefully people understand what's going to be built in the near future. Is I think it's crazy. That's just my personal opinion about it. I think Advantis is still going to be Advantis, but it has a remodel coming that allows it to create revenue. It allows its holders to create revenue, and it allows people to be able to build within the ecosystem without feeling like the only way they can build is by selling their tokens. So we're going to alleviate a lot of that need for selling pressure and a lot of different stuff with the plan that we'll be doing going forward. So it's a lot of fun things in store. A lot of fun things in store. So hopefully everybody does tune in. If you guys did sell your bag of advances, you're more than welcome to come back. Things are going to be progressing. There's going to be some really interesting things going forward. So if I were you guys, I definitely wouldn't want to miss out on what's going to be happening. That's just me personally, not financial advice, not telling anybody to buy, not telling anybody to sell. But if you have it in you to stick around for a little bit, man, kind of see what we have cooking. I honestly feel like we have some good stuff going on. So that's my personal opinion and information that I can disclose right this second. Once I put out the update, of course, I'll come on stream, or I'll probably do a VC in Discord and kind of allow people to ask questions about the update, or if they want just any more information at all, period. I will try to get everybody up to date as much as possible. I do appreciate everybody being patient. This was one hell of a mess to just walk into, and for me to take on the situation, so I'm doing my best to navigate through it and make sure that this ends up being a situation to where it's benefiting not just me, of course, but it benefits the holders, it benefits the ecosystem. Technology gets used right. So, and this, like I said, the team seems to be on board with what's going on. So it's going to be a fun ride. What up, Eddie T? Yo yo, what's the word, man?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we've kind of had some conversations behind the scenes about what things potentials and things like that. So I'm excited to see what happens with Advantis. I know the carrots are pretty damn solid over there. So uh, having the people who know how to make it happen and having your brain and your ideas that are floating around, uh, I have a feeling the Advantis community is going to be pretty pleased.
Yeah, like I said, the base was already there for what can be done, and the base is really good for creating revenue for the holders. So that's my main goal going forward. I want this project to make the holders, the people who are a part of it, the people who still want to stick around, I want it to be able to benefit them and actually create revenue. So that's our goal going forward. There's still, like I said, it's still going to be events. The scanner is still going to be present. So there's just some changes and some remodeling going on. So you'll notice some subtle changes going on in the near future.
That's what's up. That's what's up. ADT, what's good, man? I see you over there. And again, if you are over on X, we appreciate y'all. Do us a favor, hit the like button, hit that retweet button, leave us a comment. You can join the conversation. I don't know if you can on your phone, but on a computer, you can actually join the conversation. Like we saw, who was that? Dot or period.
You can call them Dot, just Dot. I love it.
Dot out. But yeah, so we appreciate y'all, and of
Yeah,
course our folks over here on YouTube as always. We
yeah, of
appreciate
course,
y'all.
man.
Love y'all.
Share the stream out, man. Let some people know that we're in the stream and whatnot. So definitely, man. I like getting in advance stuff out, man. It's been fun kind of meeting the team, going through things, combing through things that can be solved, things that we can resolve, move forward from. So it's been been really interesting, man. But moving forward, man, we are gonna touch on some things on this GME situation, and I think that it's just interesting overall that that thing drove the market in the way that it did. So I told you guys I'm gonna show my I think it's Photon. I haven't used it in a while. I showed you guys this trading platform originally when I was live trading some Degen Solana plays, and kind of showing you guys how they pop up, the availability of them and such like that. So, and if you guys are interested in getting in depth with anything that we do on the stream, check out the Discord that's on my Twitter link, man. You guys can go hang out with us there. I screen share sometimes. I do live trading inside the Discord, so you guys can get access to that. So if that interests you guys, definitely tap in. If you're a trader, you do some TA, you're more than welcome. Not saying that I'm trying to show you something per se if you already got set in your ways, but I like seeing different trading methods and kind of seeing if your style is different enough for me to want to adapt some of the different things I see. My trading style may be a little bit different than most. Also, I'm a little bit unorthodox with how I trade. But Justin, I know you got a article you wanted to tap into.
Oh yeah, we were just kind of pulling up that the GameStop, the Roaring Kitty, and the surge we saw today. Dot earlier said people sentiment power, people power. This really is showing that you know retail investors like me and you, the everyday average trader, we can actually make something move, and it's not just that institutional money. When we get together, it's pretty wild what we can do. Back I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen the movie Dumb Money. If you haven't, I think it's on Netflix. So
Yeah,
check that out.
yeah,
It's pretty solid, but it kind of gives you the whole breakdown of what happened before with the GameStop and all that. But retail investors, they were able to come in and basically wipe $5 billion off the table for these asset managers who were shorting GameStop, who were thinking it was going to crash and tank and all that stuff. So the fact that that happened back then, this guy went from like 50,000 to like 50 million, pretty dang fast, which was pretty wild. So, but the community, people, we as the retail investors can make things move, and since that GameStop, he's been Roy Kidding has been kind of quiet. He'll throw a tweet out every once in a while, but he tweeted yesterday, and it sent the markets, GameStop, not only for in the crypto side but the stock side as well. It went skyrocketing. So it was pretty solid, pretty fun to see that. This was just an article over on CoinDesk, kind of talking about that. Roaring Kitty is the proof that retail can outperform institutions at a high level. One meme coin developer said, and that's coming from a developer there. So, but the breakdowns, kind of what happened. Talking about the 2021 GameStop short squeeze, and how this guy Keith Gill, aka Roaring Kitty, was able to use his platform, his YouTube channel or whatever it was, to do that. So it's pretty solid how that happens. But he came back and tweeted out, and so I'm gonna slide down here, and we saw a bunch of things starting to move, just because of his tweet. And then now he's starting to tweet like every like 30 minutes to an hour, and making some pretty solid uptrends. But not only is it GameStop, AMC, but it kind of spilled over into like the other meme coins like Pepe, and things like that. So it's pretty exciting stuff when we see like old school players come back into the frame, and
yeah.
potentially, who knows what's going to happen in the future, but
Yeah,
that
Pepe
could
hit a new all-time high, which was crazy to see overall. You know what I mean, as far as where the volume was going. So memes definitely got perked. I think that even though volume has been down a bit and kind of consolidating, I do think that maybe there's still a chance that that may have some legs in it for some meme coins. I saw that Whiff, it was not Whiff hat, but just Whiff on ETH launched, and it actually went up about I think 60,000%. I think it was about 60,000%. I was out and about moving around. It was a signal that actually came up from my algorithm that I have. I was gonna put it out, but I was, like I said, out and about. I didn't get a chance to. I wish I would have, because that was definitely a great one. But went up about 60,000%. And in this market, that's not really something that you see very often. You don't really see too many tokens going up 50, 60,000%, let alone 10,000 or 1,000%, depending on how the market is. Too many people are pulling profits, and there's just not enough volume. But for some reason, with the marketing that they had or whatever the situation was, I didn't look too deep into the actual token. Didn't have time to, but that token ran hard, and I think it's still sitting at about 1.5 million or so. Crazy part is I think it went up to I can't remember what highest it went. It went up to a couple million, but the signal was actually triggered at about 60K or so. So that was the crazier part. That 60K to a couple million is definitely a good return. I feel like.
Oh heck yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. TAC to BTC says smoke them like buttons while you subscribe and pass the video to a friend. Absolutely, definitely appreciate that. Check out Borky, the based Yorkie. It's on a dip from all time high, but has developed a good floor. All
Okay.
right, we'll have to
Okay.
put that on the list to check.
Yeah, definitely. Looking into meme tokens, like I said, I think memes have a good chance of running this month. There's some that I'm looking at in particular. Some I have like just on the back burner just because there's that instance to where you got to see if that community base kind of picks up that token or not, and what happens there. So, and there's not so many meme tokens that are launching with utility, so it's mainly about community support, value, sentiments in the market at that time. So yeah, man, you gotta pay attention in this market, man. Memes are beautiful, but memes can definitely get you wrecked at the same time.
That is facts,
Like us using that ape store. You know what I mean? Like
man.
that ape store, it can make you some money, man. It can definitely make you some money, but it could get you wrecked just as fast as it makes you some money. That's why I only presented that to the super degen category.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That ape store it's a money printer. If you are able to, like, you have to have the time to sit there and stare at it all day long. I just don't happen to have some time to do that. Um, but it's a money printer. If you learn how these projects work on there, you could make some money. Uh, it's some pretty dang good money. Uh, so, but yeah, it's time alone. Hey, A1 since day one.
Hey, what's the word, man? How you been? What up, Christine? Yo, yo.
Still the team. Still the chat team. Mom, Gatorades and orange slices.
Man, love it. Love it.
I
Love to
ain't
see
forget
some growth in
Christine.
this space, man. Like so many people have either been broken or just left the space at this point. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
horrible bearish market. It separated so many different people because people got a tribal, even worse tribal mentality than when people were going token against token. It began like person against person, just because people didn't have a whole lot of money or anything happiness to kind of clutch onto throughout that bearish market. So they began to kind of a lot of communities began to start to attack and eat each other essentially. So it's good to see some good people still left in this space, man, because yeah, it definitely sucks not seeing a lot of the people that we had, because if you remember the last bull run, man, everybody almost knew everybody by name, whether it was just somebody in the comments or a YouTuber or somebody who does Twitter Spaces. Man, everybody knew everybody. It was just like a big small community. You know what I mean? Like regardless to kind of what token you were in. You know what I mean? It was a little animosity, but it wasn't as bad as it got throughout the bear market. I feel like so.
Yeah, to me, it's kind of like The Walking Dead. Like everybody was happy go lucky, then the zombies came, and now it's like, oh my, no, I can't. My group, my colony is. I got to protect mine, so I'm gonna just do everything I can to take you down, so that I don't have to worry about you. Eliminate the threats. But during the bull run, man, it was. I mean, it's really
Man.
hard. It's hard to get angry in life when every day is a green day, and not just like a 2 or 3, 4, 5%, like, oh, we're up 20%, oh, we're up 50, 60% today. uh
Mhm.
those are wild times,
Yeah,
wild times.
yeah, so it's real out there right now, you know what I mean? Like people, and then people went through that euphoric pump. That made things kind of worse, you know what I mean? Because it was like, okay, all right, we're back to good times. Yeah, baby. And then the market goes down and consolidates for a little bit. People's projects start going down, projects volume slow down, and it's like it's right back to damn this again, huh? You know
Cup.
what I mean? And then
Yeah,
the euphoric feeling picks back up.
yeah, and I know me and Cuff, we are definitely on the side of like, hey, if one crypto wins, it's a win for all of crypto. Like, we want projects to win, we want them to succeed, we want everybody to win and succeed. So we really don't have we don't draw the tribal lines. We don't really have those here. So We got a bunch of different people from different communities that come and hang out and just chill with us. So man, we appreciate all y'all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my kids are up there doing the most. They're like playing and stuff. I can hear them. But yeah, I love different communities. I would like more cryptos to be successful. To be honest.
Absolutely.
But speaking of cryptos being successful, let's check what the overall market is looking like right this second.
Justin
So
Ewer says Bitcoin 4 hour looking ready to go.
all right, I'm gonna check that out. You gotta see it on the 4 hours, see what it's looking like. I was looking, I don't know if it was yesterday or this morning, but I think that we've been hitting some blows to where we have ranges of support. So it was either a situation to where we continue to consolidate or we kind of push up from there, have a little bit of volume. So there might be that break in the market that I'm kind of talking about, to where we see some memes wearing a little bit, hopefully, just because when the market breaks a little bit, people are a little bit more loose with volume. The volume kind of trickles to some of these alts, meme coins, and such. Euphoric feeling kind of breaks throughout the market. You get three people saying we're back, and crypto's fun again out of nowhere. So
And then you get random people like Roaring Kitty who throws out a just a random tweet or a random meme and sends everything
yeah.
pretty wild.
So we got Bitcoin right now sitting at what we got, 62,471 right now. So in 24-hour period it's up about what,
A little over 2.5.
2.7. So not bad. Not bad at all. Hold on, let me adjust my screen a little bit. My bad. All right, so then we got E 2900, which I'm happy to say at 2,900. Earlier today it was at 28 something. So it got pretty low, which I'll show you guys on the chart. Not the not the biggest fan of that. I'm thinking of how to blow it up. I'm like, you just blow it up like this, duh. So you got that 2,900 up about 2.5%. So that's not bad. But if you look at it on the week, you can definitely see that Ethereum has been taking more of a hit than Bitcoin has been. It's down about 4.4 versus the 1.8 that Bitcoin's down. So scroll down, what we got, BNB at 588. Those remember the good old days when BNB was cheap. People
Right.
probably would have liked that double up if they would have sat some money there. Same with Solana. Solana was super cheap due to some outages they were having and some issues they were having with their chain. They had a low period. Then out of nowhere, meme season kicks Solana into gear, and now we're at $146 Solana. So
Yeah, I remember. I mean, just a few months ago, like Solana was like $20, $30.
yeah, definitely a steal if you would have been collecting.
Facts.
So if you were just sitting and collecting Solana at a low rate, then you're definitely up at this point. But right this second, on a 24-hour period, we are looking at a 5.1% spike. So that's not bad. I don't know if it's people running and grabbing Solana. They haven't been trading Solana for a while. They're grabbing Solana to go get some Roaring Kitty as it went up thousands of percent. Which I'll show you guys that chart. That chart looks real interesting. XRP sitting at about 50 cent, up about 3.2% today. XRP's been pretty flat lately, down about almost 7% on the week. So lot going on with XRP, but I feel like that's for another time and day to hit XRP. Dogecoin, 14 cent, not bad.
Yeah,
Shiba, 7%
you're gonna
today.
see the meme coins up a little bit just because of meme coins with the Roaring Kitty and all that. It trickled in to meme coins like Doge because a lot of the GameStop community, they took some profits during the GameStop and heard about this little thing called Doge and got in that and made more money on top of that. So you've seen a little run on some of the top memes as well.
Yeah, and a project that I keep seeing people be sleep on is ICP. I do think that ICP is still going to be a good buy, especially going into this bull run. Um, my range was anywhere between $5 to $10. Was definitely a good range for me. That was just my personal range that I was trying to see. I wanted to see how the market was, if it consolidated or if we pushed down a little bit and then found a lower point to consolidate at. Just had to see how that support held. So let's jump into well, we were talking about Bitcoin first. So let's hit Bitcoin. So definitely been hitting a downtrend if you can pay attention to it. What am I on the day chart? Day chart right now. So you see lower highs and lower lows being created just from this point. Bam. This is the high, this is the low. New high, lower than previous high. Then you got the low, previous and the previous low. So downtrend. Then it looks like we're trying to hit a consolidation on what was a previous support. So it stayed in this range pretty well throughout its history. So that's why I've been kind of utilizing this channel. So it looks like we may be creeping on a situation to where we end our consolidation and have to make a decision to where if we're either gonna continue to consolidate out this zone, which I kind of don't think it will do that. I think it'll either push down or up from this. So we might get a push up for a little bit.
What was the time frame? The 4 hour. That's what Justin said it was looking good on.
My let me did I turn my drones off? Drones. So like I said, the downtrend is a little bit more evident on the 4 hour. But like I said, it has support around this range. As you can see, this previous area, if you guys can see the dotted line that goes straight across, if you follow that around around this range is pretty much the cluster that kind of provides that kind of support area. I feel like for this range. So we've got some support around this range, and it's kind of consolidated around this range and kind of dipped and bounced back. So if it holds this range, we could push up a little bit, but I do think we'll still push down a little bit after kind of having that surge of volume. I don't think we just completely break out from there. I don't think the market's completely set up to just break out from there, but we could push forward a little bit, see some volume, memes and alts and such, get a little bit of volume possibly.
That'd be fire. I'm ready for some memes and some alts to run.
Because as of right now, if you look on a longer term time frame, we're still in a downtrend. If you look at the stochastic, we haven't broken out of that downtrend on a week. Day chart doesn't look as bad, but it looks like it's trying to curve and begin a downtrend again, possibly. So it's going to be interesting to see. News in the market could change that, but from these signs, at least on the longer term time frames, looks like it could could go down in the further future, but it could pump beforehand because if you look on the 4 hour, we're just now crossing on stochastic, which is actually pretty bullish, which means we might actually push up a bit. And then you can see the 1 hour already has a little bit of bullish sentiment. Just hitting the resistance range. So let's check out ETH. Let's go week chart. And if you guys can see also this indicator that I got kind of tracking like the long and short ranges or long and short zones that you guys can see. You can see they're pretty reactive to those ranges also. So you can see it actually hit around this range, bounced out, came back in, You know what I mean? Around this range, bounced again. Doesn't seem to be going past this point, which I actually like to kind of see that build up of support around that range. But as you can see, once it bounced off this long range, it took off and has not really found any real support since. It's kind of just been an uptrend, kind of like this one was. It was an uptrend for a bit, never really found any real support, and it came back down. So looks like long term we could keep coming down a little bit with just some moderate pumps in between.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's crazy. It's crazy to see the difference between the long term and like the shorter term. You start getting day, week. The sentiments are a little different, but when you get in that 4 hour, shorter, it gets a little more interesting.
Yeah, most definitely. But it's gonna be a lot of opportunities. Like I said, I can definitely see like some type of pump coming. You know what I mean? Not like a huge pump to where like yeah we're gonna break we're gonna break resistance levels and just break out from there. We're gonna see Bitcoin at 70K again, but definitely some volume to come in. I can definitely see some volume. I mean, if something comes out news wise that pushes the market a bit, I mean, we could run a little bit, but I think it's going to be a temporary run. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if anybody has any opinions in the chat at all, period, but feel free to chime on in. Let us know what you're thinking about that.
And we also have some. I know we have some ETH ETF news coming up. I think it's like May 20 something is the deadline for the ETF first round. I think so. We could potentially get some positive news there. If not, it may take a little longer. Like Bitcoin took forever um, to get that ETF approved. So
Yeah, either way,
we,
I think we still have a short period of time to where I think we have a little bit of volume to play with in the market for a little bit.
yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think I realistically think we're looking more into the fall winter time before we really start to break out and stay out. But until then, we could see some nice. We could have a nice couple of days, maybe a nice week, um, something like that. But until we get that real breakout and start breaking to the upside, I think we got a little more consolidation period coming.
Yeah, ICP's chart is just so crazy to me. Like, if you look at it on a week scale.
I need to do some research on that.
Yeah, this chart came from one hell of a distance.
Imagine that waiting that whole ride.
Well, I mean, technically, that would suck because you came from a couple $100 to really went all the way down to about $2 or so.
Man,
And you can see it's actually reaching a range to where it's actually indicating that this might be a good long to take on this. So not financial advice. You guys saw it here first. If you guys take out an order on that and it pans out, I'll start adding a wallet address in case you guys just want to throw a little tip in there or something like that.
there you go. Right now, he'll take a like on the YouTube channel and a
Oh
subscribe
yeah,
and
yeah.
a
Those are
retweet and a like on the Twitter.
yeah. But it looks like it's trying to find a range to consolidate. So it definitely could pop around this range or close to it. So I'll definitely be watching this one. You know, Jasmine is another one that a lot of people watch often. Never really been a big Jasmine person, but you can see these ranges are interesting, man. If you would have bought anywhere within this range, that would have been a good buy and hold for a little bit. Would have been a couple weeks before it really panned out for you, but man, did it pan out, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of right there with you. I never really got into Jasmine. Um, but I know I see them all the time. They're always out there. They're always marketing and doing things like that.
Look, I'm into Jasmine for a 733% run. I got time for Jasmine for that. Sometimes,
Fact.
but this is proof that you can look at a couple different tokens, and if you can see the value in it, and you can see that the token's undervalued and volume's low, the market's not too hot right this second, man. Sometimes dollar cost averaging and sitting some money in these tokens, man, you get a lot of situations to where you have these run ups like this, and then you go back to your wallet and you keep refreshing because you're like, wait a minute, I didn't put that much in. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You go back to the chart and you're like, oh my God, no, the chart's up this much. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it hits different. Definitely hits different.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially when you got a Jasmine at a penny.
Oh my God, right?
Like
Yeah.
that makes me want to throw just a little bit in there just because it's at a penny.
Two zeros and a three is really around the range that this indicator was trying to toss out. So that's yeah, man, it's definitely some good entry points if you were investing into this bearish market, kind of setting some money there. It consolidated for some time around this range. Yeah, it has some pumps. So if you bought the top, even if you bought the top, I wouldn't be mad because you're still like 500% up from where you bought it. Even if it went down a little bit, consolidated, you got a little discouraged, and bam, pumps, hits this support level right, hits this support level right here after using it for a resistance for so long, and then uses it as a support and it takes off. This is a good sign to see, honestly. When you see something being used as a resistance level, then it pops over it, comes back, reinstates that it uses it as a support, and then it just bounces like a springboard after that point. So,
You got a nice little flag there too as well.
yeah, no, right.
That's like one of like the cleanest, clearest flags that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, actually, not a bad case study, huh? Gala is so undervalued. I think so too. There's gonna be a lot of tokens that actually have some use cases that people are not paying attention to now. Right now, the fad is meme tokens. So that's where a lot of value is going. There is a lot of people positioning themselves in like Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know what I mean? Some good alts, some good blue chips, but that's like the bigger money right this second. You know what I mean? Like retail money is solely focused on quick gains right now. They know that the bull run's coming. They know that they're going to have to eventually kind of hone in on some of these solid tokens that have utilities that are actually going to last and withstand the market and not just keep rugging them time after time again. You know what I mean? So that fad ends after that utility phase kind of comes into play, and then people start demanding things from the development teams pretty much, and they want to see results at that point. So those tokens will start really kicking in around then. I'm holding
Well,
Emily since Cuffin posted it the other day. Oh yeah, you caught that Emily play. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think I
I'm
even
telling
brought
you,
that up on the stream. Yeah.
yeah, if you're in the Diamond Fly Club area over on the Discord, you're getting in on some of these plays that are super early and that are pretty solid plays. Uh, the calls he puts out are pretty damn good.
Yeah, man. I try to sift through the algo posts. Most times I don't get to do it, I'll just post them in. Lately, I haven't been posting too many just because I know the market is bad, and when the market's bad, people are looking to grab money and get out. So the timing would have been super off. I don't want anybody to get into anything thinking that they got a chance of a 3 to 5x. The market is not really permitting too many of those, so I don't want anybody to get wrecked. So I haven't been posting too many, but I will be back posting those soon. I actually upgraded the service and got some higher algorithms. So once the market actually improves, we'll be hitting some higher targets actually. So if you guys have seen some of the things that I posted in that channel, some have gone 10,000%, some have gone 900%, 500%. It just really depends on the day, time, the project, but there's been some that's gone 3,000 to 6,000% in a short time period. So some have taken a little bit of time, and you find those hidden gems to where those projects are building and they really have a good core, and you can invest, put some money in there, get in early. As long as you don't take all of them as like quick plays, I've learned. I've learned to keep a moon bag at the very least. Even if you just keep you take your initial out, take some profit, leave like $100, $50 or something like that in. If that token runs from that whatever 100,000 market cap to a couple million, you're gonna be thanking yourself that you left that moon bag, or you'll be like, damn, it was only $50. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I made money. I'm not going to be complaining over $50. I think it's just a good practice to have, because some of these plays I've learned. I pulled out of one. I showed you it. It was what was it, guys or something, guys OX or something like that. I pulled out at a 10x, and then it proceeded to dip a little bit. I thought I did good. It went up, what, I think another like shit 50 or 60x after that. So if I would have left a little moon bag, I would have had a couple grand just randomly sitting there, and I had already made a 10x. So yeah, man, moon bags.
Facts. And that's something that, I'm learning as well. I'm keeping a little bit instead of making everything an all in or an all out play, taking some healthy profit, leaving a little bit in there for, just in case this thing was to go, parabolic, as our friend Jay Gagan would say. Yeah. Moon
All
bags
right.
are the way to go, yo.
Woo! I'm back up, baby. All right, so sorry, that just happens sometimes when I go back and the chart's green. I like green. Um, so we got a couple good indicators. Sorry, I had a kid pop up on me. I have no clue what he wanted, but I'm sure it was nothing important at the time period. But yeah, so we got this actually wicking up. You see this red line, point of control, where we got the most volume. So this is our resistance level that we're trying to break on this chart. It's probably medium, and you can't even see that. Well, you can expand this, can't you? Yeah. All right. So we'll expand that. All right. So this looks pretty
Can,
damn
can you
good.
bring this stoke down? Make
Yeah.
it small, yeah.
Yeah, I'll expand that and show that afterwards, because I wanted to show some on that too. But all right, so as you can see, I've tracked different support levels and resistance levels for this. That's those white lines. Been, I traded this a little bit, had some fun with it. This is not even the entire chart. This is just what happened recently after the chart completely died for a little bit. So you can kind of see the death that I had to endure for an extended period of time. So I'm like, never came back to it. Then it kind of ran up a bit, had random pumps in between, and then bam, this happened with the GME thing. So, but it's on a nice pump right now. It looks like it's trying to break this resistance level. If it does break this resistance level, my thought process is it's probably going to have some good volume going forward. So this is actually on the Solana side, if you guys haven't picked up on that. So then if you look at my indicator, the Stoke, right now we are on which 1 hour chart right this second. So 1 hour chart. Got my other indicator looking like it's trying to cross. Like this one for me is my one of my main indicators. I cross with the stochastic, just because if my stochastic's going up, this looks bullish on a longer time frame. And then I got this about the cross, and it's actually crosses, and it has a good distance in between. We normally have a pretty significant run up afterwards. So it looks like this could have bottomed out, and it's trying to push forward. So I'll keep monitoring this and kind of see how it goes. But this is what I ended up coming back to. This is another example of leaving the moon bag, or not just chalking it up and then taking a super loss. Sometimes those tokens that went down to $20 or whatever it went down to, if they get some momentum, the team keeps building, it doesn't give up, it gives you an opportunity to recuperate some of those funds. So definitely don't want to just chalk things up, take a super loss. You put in a grand and went down to $20. You're like, man, fine, let me just get my $20. Sometimes it's only $20 at that point. Sometimes it's better to kind of see what happens from there. Sometimes you get good results. Other times, it might come back and it's $5. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of variables in cryptocurrency. So it's got to pick and choose.
It only takes one of those moon bags to really, make you understand that, okay, I need to keep a little moon bag. I feel a sneeze coming on. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Get your sneeze on, my brother. But yeah. So As I said beforehand, we're gonna try to stream a lot more frequently. We're actually thinking about doing some Twitter Spaces too, allowing people to come up and kind of introduce their projects to us. We'll give honest opinions on the projects and kind of give people an opportunity to hear us kind of critique and ask different questions about the projects. See how they kind of fare with that. I did something similar with my Flight Club space. We'll still be doing the Flight Club space and stuff like that. Getting some projects in, seeing what they're about, doing some reviews. But I want to kind of do it in a Twitter space to where we invite people up. It's going to be shorter periods of time, probably like maybe like 5 minutes or so, give them a chance to kind of run their elevator pitch past us and kind of see how we feel about the projects. My goal is to get introduced to more projects that are trying to build and expand out here, and see what's out here for people to actually invest in, and if I should do some more research into some things. I actually probably may be investing some money into certain projects if I like them. Like if I like it enough, I'll probably toss some money into that project. So that gives them a little bit of incentive to want to get into it. So if you guys have any projects out there, you guys see us out there in the space, it says that we're out here looking for projects. Go ahead and feel free to tell your project developer, come on up, or whatever you guys got going on. We'll have days that we just look through charts and stuff like that too. Priority will definitely go to members inside of the chat. Of course, if somebody super chat some, of course, we'll try to pull that up. As we'll try to make those priorities also, but definitely going to put priority to members and OGs inside of the chat, just because that's what you got to do, man. It's what you
Facts.
have to do. So
Absolutely.
how do I bam? Okay, that's how I get that down. I'm like, I am stuck behind this screen. Um, but yeah, no. If you guys don't remember this platform, it was a cool platform for trading, and just doing different things. Then we had this for Solana, and then we had the Ape Store that we were utilizing also, to where it's pretty much a launch pad. This was the extreme degen mode. I wouldn't advise anybody that's faint of heart to go on here, or anybody who doesn't like a good wrecking every once in a while. All of them are not 100% winners. It's super cheap to launch one of these tokens, and it takes a team to actually want to take on the task of launching one of these tokens. What's your perspective, Justin? How you feel about the platform?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because it is so cheap to create a project, you'll have these. I'm throwing air quotes up, but developers, they'll launch a token, buy 100 million, they'll buy 10% of the supply, let a few buys come in, and then just dump.
Yeah,
So if you're able to get in early, like if I see a project deploy, I'm going to jump in on that. And but I'm also watching very very closely, see a couple of buys with this platform. Like I'm cool with putting in like a point oh 0.02, a point oh 0.03, and making $30-$40 quick and then getting out. You do that 4 or 5 10 times a day, you're making $300-$400-$500 a day, um, which adds up over time. So like last week I started with $60, something like that. And I think right now I'm looking at like about ETH and a half that I've been able to just kind of swing trade and get in and find some. And there's some projects that do run really well. Um, like we saw that, what was it, with Fork and Knife, that our friends Gina and Lou created. That's running really well. Got in super early, and I think it's like 130,000 of the market cap right now. So beautiful, run on that. And so you can actually make, you jump in some of these plays. They got a good Telegram's moving, things like that. Do a little research. You can find out the ones that have a community behind it, and those usually will do pretty well. So, but
yeah,
the
yeah.
majority of them, you gotta get in and out quick.
Yeah, it depends on how you're moving, man. You just got to pay attention to the token, man. You just don't want to get wrecked. But the only one I can really vouch for is this one right here, Stewie. I know they have an ETH token. They've had some ups and downs on the charts, consolidating a little bit. They're still trying to break out of the store, but I still think this is a good buy because I think this one definitely makes it to Uniswap. and they have some utilities behind the token itself. So if you guys want to do some
Thanks.
research into this one, you can take a look at this one. If you guys want to be intrigued by the story and not just instantly get wrecked, then the one that Justin was speaking about recently was on the Ape Store. This is where tokens graduate at. So you can see right here with with Fork and Knife. So we got some OGs that launched this one, man. So if you don't know about Lou Langer and OM Gina, definitely two OGs inside of the space. So you definitely want to check out this project, man. Made some good project progress. I don't know if you guys can see this reversal or not. Let me blow it up. But they had a pretty nice reversal. They were on here probably about 3 hours and went straight to Uniswap. So definitely had some good community support. All of these plays are on base. Yeah, I can provide you. Let me see if it. I don't know if it actually let me give you the link for Stewie or not. I don't know, Justin. If you could throw that in the chat or not, that'd be helpful, my brother.
I am looking for it right now.
Cool. Yeah, but you can
Tokens.
literally just it's on the first screen, or if you search through, because you can only buy it on this app right now. You can't buy it on Uniswap until it launches physically on Uniswap from this app. This is almost similar to a Launchpad. So you would have to find it on here. You can search through the project through new pairs and such like that. Click on new pairs, and I got it on market cap right now. It'll start you on creation. So well, not creation, recent apes. It'll start you on recent apes, so you'll be able to see it if you scroll down right here, bam, or it may be on the second page, depending on how often it's bought or sold. But definitely a sleeper, I feel like. And Justin did drop the contract address for that also. But like I said, you
Now,
won't be able to Uniswap.
and I do know that Stewie project. I know the devs have been talking about coming in and doing a big buy, little buy campaign. So I definitely have a feeling that that one's going to do well and make it off of Ape Store to Uniswap, which right now would be what 9.1K market cap. It takes 69,000 to get off. So I mean that's what 6x,
Yeah, that's a
little,
nice
little
6x at the very least, just
almost
hitting
seven.
it's a little bit over a 6x going straight to Uniswap. So not bad at all.
Right. So there's definitely opportunity to make some money there. And like I said, that platform is it's not for like if you're somebody who like okay I'm gonna put money in here and I'm gonna set my phone down, I'm gonna go back to work. Uh, that platform may not be for you unless you know the project, because those like I said those plays are real quick, real
Yes.
quick.
This is that with Fork and Knife. It did launch on that launchpad Ape Dot Store that we're talking about. And as you can see, had a nice dip when it came out. Most of these projects when they go to Uniswap, they do take a little bit of dip. If it does have community support, it does rally. This one actually went from about 70K market cap to about 8K market cap, all the way up to about a almost 200K market cap. Then had a little bit of a sell off. It is recovering from this sell off, trying to build up support around this range. So we'll see if it actually does hold this range or not. But it does look pretty good right now. Development team, like I said, Lou and Gina are trying to do some big things. So if you guys have not heard about this one, they're trying to push this to at the very least $1 million market cap and beyond. So that right there from a $128,000 market cap, which, like I said, this did come from an 8K market cap, just to show you the potential that this token does have. But
Facts.
it it going to $1 million market cap is just a little bit underneath a 10x, even if you're getting in right now at whatever position you end up buying. So these guys are driven. They're trying to get the things done that they need to get done. I love this damn rabbit that they get right here. It's their little logo or mannequin, if you will. So it's an interesting token. I actually did post this in my Discord. So if you got into my Discord, I mentioned it in my Discord before I actually posted it. So if you got in when I mentioned it, you got in around this range, around like 8 to 10K. So congratulations, you're still up even with this dip. If you got in around this range, which is where I mentioned it in a Discord screenshot and actually showed people, you're at this point about 60%. Oh, actually a little bit over 60%, about 70% or so. but initially it ran about 150% before it had that pullback. I think it still has legs and potential to grow. So this is something that I'll definitely be watching for a little bit. There's been a bunch of meme coins that I've been in and out of and kind of making money on. Like one of the people in the chat said Emily was one of them. I actually posted Emily when it first came out, and it looks like it did well, and it's still holding pretty well. Looks like it's squeezing in, and it might be able to might be getting ready to take a little flight there for a little bit. So it might see a new all time high with Emily, but with Fork and Knife, it's interesting token. I think they'll push it. They definitely got the manpower, community support, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to kind of see where this one goes.
Yeah, it's true. They definitely, and there's one thing with that one is a lot of those, they have the floor with Fork and Knife to kind of withstand that, that big sell. So, I think it went from like 193 to like 112. Now it's working its way back up to like 130, 140 range. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited. I got a little bag in that one, little bag.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So definitely some cool stuff going on. I feel like it's even though the market's a bit flat, there's still some things going on. Like I said, I've been driving players in my Discord that have been doing well. I still got the NFT collection where there's multiple prizes in there, and I'm actually going to be releasing a new utility that kind of pushes that to a new level. We got advances being rebuilt out, so many different things about to be released for that it's going to be crazy, and that's definitely going to be something to watch out for. So um man, there's just a lot of money to be made. It's just about positioning yourself before the volume gets here. You don't want to be scrambling when the volume's already here. So my thought process is map out your goals and kind of gain those positions in an opportune time instead of chasing the market.
Absolutely. Just trying to get ourselves prepared and situated in that way when the run really does come, we're in a good position to capitalize on that.
Oh yeah, and everybody, just because you guys are in here, do me a favor. Like do this. If you guys are tired of getting wrecked, you guys make profits and you guys get your profits immediately wrecked. Somebody sells 4 ETH as you're trying to get your $1,000 out, shrinks you down to about what $500-600 from that $1,000. Just within one transaction of buying 4 ETH before you sell and just selling directly after you, whatever happens, or the Mevbot sells directly before you sell a large amount, and then your sale comes in and it's nowhere near what you expected. Get protected. Go ahead and get this a Mev blocker. If you don't want to get this one, that's fine, but get a Mev blocker. It will block some of those transactions from happening. You won't have to worry about getting sandwiched per se and losing a bunch of money to somebody who's just sitting on the other end laughing as people get sandwiched by their bot. So good thing to
That's
have.
something I'm gonna be looking at. I didn't even that's new to me, bro.
Get the Mev blocker. So if you notice, if you do like sometimes 0.05, 0.1 transaction, you'll get a 1 ETH buy right before and a sell right after, shrinking the hell out of your bag. So they buy before you, they let your buy make you money, and then they sell on top of you, shrinking your bag even more. So you get a little bag, and then they shrink your little bag's value by selling directly after you. So if you want to avoid those type of things, this will help. This is one that I actually utilize myself, and I can actually tell you guys that it works well. I have not been sandwiched, and I've made some larger buys and some larger sales, and I don't see those transactions attacking my buys and sales. So this is something that will just help you protect yourself in a space. If you guys do trade often, or if you just trade, period. There may be an opportunity to where you want to get in a project. If that project is getting a little bit of volume, Mev bots are paying attention to it, and they will try to front run your transaction.
Yeah, Mev bots are brutal. Those bots are way faster than the human, for sure.
Yeah, so want to avoid that, man. Just play it safe. It's literally just network selection that you would click. So literally, you would just click your Meth bot selection rather than Ethereum mainnet, and bam, you're working on your Meth blocker. You don't have to worry about those transactions being blocked out or messing you up. So you can actually just leave that active or go back to Ethereum when you're dealing with NFTs or such like that. It's up to you, but yeah, just a tool. Wanted to drop that on you guys before we got out of here. Been in here about an hour. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Got 111 people. A lot of people on Twitter. We got some people on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, show a little love, tell a friend. Definitely appreciate you guys.
Thanks. I'll get off of here. Appreciate y'all as always. We'll be back again tomorrow night. I actually have a concert, so I won't be here tomorrow night. So we'll go Thursday. But yeah, I'll be back here. Then two things in the world you can control: attitude and effort. Stay positive. Love y'all.
Definitely, man. So stay protected, man. If you guys don't like, I don't even like calling it an alpha group. I'm trying to create a group of networking friendly investors. We actually care about the people inside of our group, which is why I try to provide credible information. So if you guys want to be a part of that, man, that requires a flight club trade or at least 10 of those flight club scratch offs. If you have advances, like if you have the Advantage token, Advantage has access as of right now to the channels, most of the channels that are available. So you can take advantage of that. If you do hold advances, that is a small perk of what's going to be coming in the near future. So definitely stay tuned for what's going on with advances. So even if you did grab it at this point, my personal opinion is you'd be benefiting yourself. So kind of being ahead of the game. Not financial advice at all, period. Definitely feel free to wait until you guys see results and what's being built out. But I think something big is coming. So that's just me personally. So you guys can take that with a grain of salt, however you guys are feeling about it. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody for coming out, man. We had fun, man. Good info, good talk, good chat as usual. Hopefully, we get some more people active in the chat, man. I missed that interactive chat to where we had those different talks back and forth, and we could, you know what I mean, talk about information. People had different requests, stuff like that. So let's get those back. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your night. We're out of here.
Peace.